If you want to live where you are, or you want a change of life, or you want to transit from where you currently are, there are questions that you cannot ignore. My name is Julius Afolabi, and let's look at three questions that are basically important for you to live where you are and begin a journey to where you desire. So the simple basic truth is this, is who am I? The first question is who am I and what do I have? And the second question is what can I use what I have for and how best can I use it? And then the third question is who needs what I have and how can I serve them profitably? So who am I and what do I have? It's about identity and capacity. Who am I and what do I have? Identity and capacity. This to a large extent determines what you can do and who needs you, right? And then the second question is how can I use them and who needs them? So your capacity is a liability if it does not serve as a productive resource for somebody. What you have, until it is put to use, it has no use. It has no good, does you no good. And then when you know what you have and who needs them, then it now puts responsibility on you to be able to serve them meaningfully, create an experience for them in a way that makes you an asset to them and they an asset to you, right? You are an asset to them and they are also an asset to you. That's meaningful engagement, meaningful relationship that creates what? Good transactions and transformation. So if you have to leave, these three questions are inevitable for you, right? So you've got to ask yourself the question of identity and capacity, the question of what? Capability and productivity, and then the question of what? Responsibility and profitability. So these are not factors that you can trade with. So when you ask key performance questions, you will align them with key performance factors if you are going to become a key person of influence, right? So it's important that you ask questions. When you ask questions, ensure that your bags are packed and you are ready to take responsibility. This responsibility you are taking is to meaningfully create productivity that is profitable, right? And that's how you begin to change your status, right? From where exactly you are now. Whatever it is that you have and you don't create a useful value, it's not the utility, right? Cannot be experienced by another person. It's not an asset to you, but a liability, right? So what do you have? If you have some money, what can you do with this money? If you have skill, knowledge, experience, talent, a passion, what? These are money-making resources and abilities, right? But you also need a mindset, an abundance mindset, right? So you could have all these abilities, but if you have a whacked mindset, an unproductive mindset, and a mindset that is not growing, right? A fixed mindset, you might not be able to convert these money-making abilities and resources into useful value for other people. Now, in creating useful value is a matter of what? Research. And that's where your understanding who needs what you have and how best can you serve them comes in, right? Who needs what you have and how best can you serve them? That's understanding. Now have to go undertake a research to know exactly what is the compatible value of what you have and the people that you know. So understanding your environment, understanding people and what their core needs are. The issue is this: the moment you are unable to identify opportunity, you can't convert opportunity. So you need to identify opportunity before you can even think of converting that opportunity. And in the conversion of opportunity too, you must understand how to manage and sustain the opportunity. So it's not only in converting the opportunity, but then you also need to know how to manage that opportunity and sustain that opportunity. That's the essence of the conversion of the opportunity. And that's why we can attract customers, right? That's why we have lead generation or client attraction system, right? You can attract what? Customers to you, but if you don't know how to nurse and manage these customers, you would never close them, right? So, and this is the reason why people don't buy from you until they have experienced you, right? So they will also want to experience you. So you've got to serve value, right? Until you know who you are and what you have and understand who you should serve and how you should serve them, you are not productive and you won't be profitable. So you see, so if you're going to break that prison, break out of that prison of where you currently are, you've got to take what you have and make it, convert it into a usable format for another person that solves problem for another person, right? That means you convert whatever it is that you have, whether it is tangible, like my energy is tangible, it's physical. Intangible, my creativity is intangible. So when I bring my creativity and I bring my energy, my effort into be with what I know somebody needs, that is what creates a product for me or a service that can be paid for. So that's why somebody who's a graduate, present graduate right now, probably studied business management, right? So you have skills and knowledge about business management, but then you need creativity and negotiation and selling abilities to be able to hack who needs business management. So you have to find out whose business is presently under distress and needs a physician. So you are the physician. So you've got to go there. So, and that's the reason why you have to think like an artist and an engineer and also what? An addict, if you really want to break into the market, right? So you've got to market like addictively sell. You have to market to addict. So in addictively selling, you have to have artistry mastery. You have to be able to create pictures, tell your story artistically, and then be an engineer so that you can have logical steps, simple logical steps that can help somebody to move from where they are to where they desire to be, right? So those are the things you have to think of when you think of what? Moving somebody or changing your status, your present status, and moving to where you want. So you have to become an asset to somebody and make sure in becoming an asset to somebody, you make their own life an asset also to you, to what you're doing. So that's what makes it a strategic relationship, symbiotic relationship, right? Mutual exchange of what? Of resourcefulness, right? They have something that you need and you have something that they need. So there is an exchange. And money is what? An instrument of what? Exchange, and a measure of value, a store of value, measure of value, and all that. And the motive for money is basically for precautionary reasons, for transactive reasons, and speculative reasons. The reason why you want to solve your problem is that you know that staying with that particular problem will impoverish your future. That's speculative. And then speculative and precautionary motive are already there. So you transacting, releasing your money to solve your problem simply means it's transactionary. And those three motives, when you engage them, what happens is that there's always a shift of level. And that's why money is not the paper, right? It is the real value that makes the paper meaningful. That is actually money. So there is paper money and there's practical money, right? So these three questions will move you from where you are to where you want to be. So I don't know what this means for you, and let me know what you think in the comments.